midnight thrift haul. We are so busy, and tomorrow is all stacked up, and I don't like to disperse my things throughout the house until I record them so that I can share my excitement with all of you. So tomorrow is going to be a day where I will have an opportunity to do a little thrifting. But today was a day that I did some unexpected thrifting. I met Tracy for lunch, and she's been doing some clean out at her house, and she's also been resolving the estate of her precious mama Brenda, and she had me a pile of things that I'm purchasing from her, and we've gotten so tickled. I said, I don't have any cash with me now. Do you have 90 days same as cash policy? You know, this is funny to us because we go way back. There's no issues here. So this is something that Tracy was moving forward from her home. And by the way, Tracy, you're doing awesome. You're knocking it out of the park. But look, I love it so much. It's got little hangers on it. But I think what I might do, not sure, but I might put it in my laundry room with some little towely towels there. We'll see. I don't know. Adorable. By the way, do you see where I am? This is the upstairs bedroom. This room is the upstairs bedroom that Sam claimed as his own in 1999 when he was 5 years old, and he's been in this room all this time, but he's still single, still available, girls. And he's still with us. He's taking classes and working hard toward a good future. So anyway, Sam has decided he's moving downstairs, and so he vacated this room. And that was great to me because that means that now I have 2 bedrooms upstairs. Besides, there's only 3 bedrooms upstairs and 2 downstairs. But besides my bedroom, mine and Ben's master bedroom upstairs, now I have 2 bedrooms that I can do anything I want to. And this is the best fun ever. I made one bedroom into what I call my rose room. It's very girly. It's very Victorian, shabby chic. It's painted soft pale mauve. It's lovely. Well, right now it's not too lovely because from painting different rooms and moving piles of stuff around, and I promise y'all, I'm moving stuff forward. I'm getting it out of my house. I did a donation last week, 13 bags. 13 bags. So, I mean, I'm really doing it. I'm not just saying everybody should do it. I'm actually doing it. I'm really doing it. So, because I wanted my rose room, I thought my rose room was going to be like a place where I could enjoy sitting and doing crafts. But I have way too much junk. I have way too much stuff. So instead of a craft room, you know, it starts to tend to look like a crap room. Excuse my descriptions there. So what I've decided that this room is going to be. Now, I would like to repaint in here, but we just don't have time because we're trying to just get the house done. Just get everything done. We're so sick of projects. So sick of repainting and doing stuff. We're just trying to finish stuff. So I decided that I had enough stuff that I could just hang on the walls. And this is a good neutral color, but it's scratched up from having been Samuel's room. And it's been painted 2 or 3 times through the years, you know, 1999. That's a long time ago. It's been light blue. It's been dark blue. And this color, if I recall, this color was called oatmeal. It's darker than oatmeal to me though. But look at this quilt. I hung this quilt up on the wall because it's very old. It's very old. I mean, it's got to be over 50 years old. It's just got that look and feel about it. And the places where some of the material has disintegrated, you can see the cotton authentic batting that's actually still in there. And I got that hung up on the wall. And that just set the mood. Then everything else I started bringing in here felt very old-timey. And I thought, okay, I want this to be my craft room, but it's got to be a place that I enjoy. And it's got to be interesting to me. And, you know, I'm not a minimalist by any stretch of the imagination. I like stuff. More is more. More is better to me. I just don't do minimal. It's because I like to look at things, and I like to group things up, and I like to collect things. So this room, let me get to the point, Marla. I'm calling this room my Grandma Moses room, because if you don't know, Grandma Moses is an American folk artist. Of course, she's passed away now, but she began painting very late in her life, and her paintings are primitive but charming. So I decided that I was going to make my craft room the Grandma Moses room, because, you know, that just sounds like the kind of place, and because she was an artist, it just seemed to fit. So I've got my rose room where it's very Victorian, very floral, very girly. And when I got that room done, Joel walked in. He said, "Does the butler know when to serve tea?" Ha ha ha. Funny, 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 Joel. Ha ha. But you know, they made fun of my girly room. But every one of my big old boys wanted to come and lay in there on my Victorian couch. I don't know if it's Victorian. What is it? It's vintage. It's a couch and chair set, and I don't know what you call it, but it's old and I love it. All right. Move on, girl. All right. This was something that Tracy preserved for me from Mama Brenda's house, and I'm going to give it a little paint job. I don't know exactly yet how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to give a new look to that. One of the main, well, $3, the stuff they were getting rid of at Mama Brenda's house. She was a collector of all collectors. She had so much stuff. But one of the big attractions for this was the fact that it had these lovely things, these lovely fern, greenery, loveliness, had that in it. And so, you know, I'll use these separately. And I'll probably put them somewhere in my home for my very own use. You know, I realize some things need to go to my booth. But not everything does have to. Not everything has to go to my booth. Okay, this is something that when Tracy was reducing her fabric hoard, her collection. I mean, I got a hoard of fabric. She knows when I say hoard, I'm not throwing shade on anybody. If anybody's got a hoard of fabric, it's this girl right here, or my mother. We won't go there. Okay, this is like a green burlap. It's looking really, really neon on this screen. I can see it being very neon. It's a good green, and I have ideas for that coming soon. Tracy, I still don't know what's in all these bags. Okay, tablecloth, because like I said, I do, thank you for that, Tracy. I do shower hosting, that kind of thing. There's bunches of these. Tracy bought them with a project in mind, and I don't know if was this for the wedding, for Natalie's wedding? Who can remember? I mean, I don't remember. You might have said, and I don't remember. But, okay, what we're going to do, it does have a little stand on it. These are from Hobby Lobby. But they also could be hung. And Tracy was saying, what am I going to do with these? There's like 10 of them. And I said, I don't know if I need 10 of them, but I can visualize a little vintage printouts clipped on here in a little series somewhere, very cute, like with holiday prints on them, like some very vintage Christmas prints or something. I think that would be adorable. I mean, and you could change it out all the time. You could change it all year round. Find a little spot in your house where these are. She said, okay, do the print thing for me too, and we'll split them. I don't think that's quite fair to Tracy, but we're doing it. Also, from the last wedding that I helped her do. This is my greenery that she finally found at her house, because we thought it was at my house, because my house is crazy. And I looked and looked at my house, and I was like, I can't find that drippy eucalyptus, and I think there's 4 bunches of it, and I really love it, and I wonder what happened to it. And she's like, it's at your house. Then one day she texted me, she says, guess what I found? You know, birds of a feather flock together, kindred spirits attract one another. So yeah, so I understand her with my soul, because we are a lot alike. But anyway, I'm excited to get to do things. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but there's 4 of these. We used them in Olivia's wedding. That's what I bought them for, was Olivia's wedding. And then we used them again at Natalie's wedding, which is Tracy's very precious good friend's daughter that she's known from birth. I'm sure she's known her from birth. All those girls, Leah, Natalie, Molly, all y'all. Okay. So, Tracy and I met for lunch because we hadn't had an actual lunch get-together in months. Lots of months. I mean, we text constantly, but she lives in Arab and I live in Albertville. That's, you know, half an hour. But we don't often plan to meet and do things, so we did. And we did a little thrifting. We snuck in a little thrifting. And I put myself on a very strict budget out of necessity because I've got other things going on. I was like, I got to control myself. I got to only choose the very most favorite things that I see. So, first stop was the Home Place thrift store in Gunnersville. And this is obviously a reproduction. Oh, because today, Friday and Saturday, Home Place has everything half price. My favorite kind of sale, half price. So, 2 boxes, 2 nesting boxes. They look vintage, but they're not. It's reproduction. 2 boxes for $1.50 would have been 75 cents for the 2 boxes. And I liked that a lot. This, we discussed this. We couldn't decide if this was hand tatting or machine tatting. But whatever it is, it's really pretty. It was marked $2, so it was $1. Look at this. It's just so precious. Look. It's like little bells or something. That would be very Christmassy. It could be wedding bells. I'll probably do Christmas direction. It looks like it might be 2 yards, like a yard and a yard. Tracy spotted this for me, $1.50. It would be 75 cents, because we think that it would be pretty painted and distressed. I don't know what it needs to be the holder of, but it would make an awfully cute little ring holder in your kitchen window, so that when you wash dishes, you can pull your ring and your watch and whatever and have somewhere pretty to set it. I mean, it could be a soap dish. It could be a little holder for Sweet and Low, or you know, Splenda. I'm not a Sweet and Low person. I'm a Splenda person. And I guess this is a pewter coaster. 50 cents. Love it. Is it a chrysanthemum? Maybe. Maybe it's a chrysanthemum. See that? It looks like about the size that a coaster should be. So, and I haven't decided which of these things I'm going to allow to go to my booth or which things I'm going to allow to stay. Oh, heaven help me. All right. These lovely ladies, $2 each. Look how old the wire and everything on the back looks. There's some original string of some kind. And the tiny little, look at the tiny little nails. That's adorable. I'm not sure. They put the price tag right over this woman's face. I want to see what her face looks like. Let me see. Oh, she looks like, you know who she looks like? Like Elizabeth Taylor in Black Beauty. Anyway, there's a set of them. They were $2 each, but half price made them $1 each. And as precious as they are, probably go into my booth. They're just adorable. They're just adorable. Okay. And this was $1, but it would be 50 cents. This particular ornate shape, this feels like it's probably resin. I don't think it's wood. It looks like resin. I like this ornate thing because I'll probably take the glass and the thing and everything out of it. Well, that just came right out, didn't it? As you say, so as you speak. What is it on the Princess Bride? Whenever she says something, oh, as you wish, as you wish. That's what he says. That's what the what's his name? We just watched it the other night. Anyway, that's what he says to her, as you wish. I like to take these and put them on the wall around like your thermostat or light switches. It's absolutely unnecessary and as silly as all get out. Oh, look, 1973, made in USA. Well, I didn't think they were that old. I thought they were something kind of recent, but evidently this is an old ornate thing. But like I said, I like to do little extra things like that just because, I mean, I don't know what is with me. I can appreciate minimal, clean lines for other people. But at my house, and oh my goodness, Joel gets on to me all the time. He's like, Mom, you have too much stuff. I can't even walk, and I'm knocking stuff off. You know, these big guys with their broad shoulders, and I have stuff hanging in the hall. They're like, do you have to hang stuff all over both sides of the hall? We can't even carry something down the hall. I'm like, you'll be all right. You'll be fine. And when you get your own house, you can live in a bare concrete block structure with not a bit of decoration or accoutrements of any kind, and that'll be fine. But this is my house, and this is the way I like it. So this is the way it's going to be. I'm a little sassy. Okay. The bird. These are going in my rose room. I'm ready to switch out what's above the couch in the rose room. And I'm not sure how I'm going to arrange these. They were together and they look very similar. I don't know if they're supposed to be a set or not. They were marked 8, but it's half price day, so they would be 4. And this one, this is a very thin, postery kind of paper here. What I'm going to need to do is take this apart and maybe see if I can gently iron some of those wrinkles out, maybe. I don't know. I'm able to just hang it up just like it is, because, you know, I'm not really offended by things that look like they're absolutely showing their age. Which I don't know if these are reproductions or what, but I love them so much, and these are going to go somehow. See, they're not the same shape. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But I'll have to work on that. But I love it, and I'm going to work on it, and something's going to happen to those in the rose room. All right, that was everything from the home place. Then we went to Goodwill in Gunnersville, and Tracy found great stuff. She found great stuff. She got the most gorgeous blue quilt. That quilt, just so good, so good. Had birds on it, like gorgeous birds that involved a peacock and some other kind of gorgeous bird. I can't remember now, but just gorgeous. This for $1.99. Nothing. Oh, yellow tags were on sale at Goodwill, but almost nothing I found was yellow tags. Maybe 1 or 2 things. These are nativity people that are plastic, and they look kind of old, but because they're plastic, I'm going to allow my grandchildren to touch them. I'm going to have a little stable. It's not hard to find little stable setups, little wooden structure stables with thrift store Christmas decor. I always see them every year. So, I mean, watch this be the year I won't be able to find one, but I'll be able to find one. I know it will. But I wanted my grandbabies to be able to play or touch. I've got a ceramic nativity scene that my mother did for me, and it's like the camels are this tall, as big as my head, you know. They're big, and they're ceramic, so, you know, my mother made that for me when I got married. See my aunts? I'm so blessed with such lovely aunts. My daddy has 5 sisters. Now Marcel went to be with the Lord, but the rest remain, and I love every one of them so very much. But when I got married, my aunts gave me a shower. I got married in September, and they gave me a Christmas shower, and it was the best. They got me ornaments and some little, you know, Christmas mugs and different things. It was just wonderful. And at the Christmas shower, my mother had the nativity set, the ceramic nativity scene, and gave it to me then because it was a Christmas shower. And I think that's the coolest. It's so good. That's the greatest idea. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, and I found, now this was 99 cents, but it's solid wood, no fake wood involved, and I don't know what I'm doing with it, but you know, it's just begging to be decoupaged or something like that. It's just it's begging. Now, you know, I'm really on a kick where I'm loving tiny lamps, and I realize these are intended for chandeliers, but they make they're the perfect size for the little Christmas style candles that you plug in. Now listen, I know you can get all kinds of battery stuff, but I want them to burn all the time, and I'm constantly having to replace batteries, and that gets on my nerves. So I like to find the plug-in kind, like the old-timey creamy yellow colored ones, you know, that you just sit in your, you know. Anyway, this is a precious little thing to do, to put the little lampshade on it, and then put it on shelves in a corner up high on top of a cabinet somewhere. And it just, you know, you put a little night light bulb in it, and it hardly takes any electricity, and it's not a fire hazard. I mean, it shouldn't be a fire hazard. Oh, goodness, I hope there isn't, because I got a jillion around my house. I have a thing for lamps, but it's the warmth that a lamp creates. You know, if there's nothing but an overhead light, which I do have the additional overhead light on in this room because I just want you to be able to see my stuff. But you know, it's midnight. I've got a robe on, y'all. I'm sure I would be embarrassed about this a little bit more if it weren't already nearly 1 o'clock, and I just wanted to do this. And I was awake, and I said, you know what, I'll just do it. So what I'm saying is, when there's nothing but an overhead light in a room, it feels cold and clinical, like you're about to have your teeth worked on at the dentist office or something. It's not good. You need ambient light. You need lamps. You need soft light to make you feel like you're just being encompassed in a comforting, safe, wonderful, pleasant place. And that is today's lesson about lighting. All right. This was $1.99. No, just plain 99. It is heavy, and it's ticking. It's a wind-up clock. And I believe this thing might actually be old or something. It's truly really wood. I mean, at first glance, I thought it might be a good one to take apart. But then I realized it was an actual ticking, working clock in there. The old-timey alarm kind. Oh, this one, 99 cents. And then they'll have something really ugly in plastic priced $6.99. I'm thinking, other people just don't value old things the way I do. And that's okay. Not everybody has to like old things. All right, last item up. Oh, this is full of paints. I got this at a yard sale years ago. Like 20 years ago. And I love it so much. It's a little bit chippy, and I'm afraid to actually use it with hard use anymore, but I still use it for a lot of stuff. But I'm afraid it'll just rip, you know, eventually it's going to crack apart. But right now, okay, last item. I saw this. Did you get a glimpse? I saw this item and it was in my buggy, and we got up to the cash register, and I was being strict. I was like, I'm not spending over a certain amount of money. I'm just not doing it. I'm going to have to call out. So there were a couple things I was calling out and putting over to the side in a pile of things that was clearly needing to go back, be put out on the shelving. And so I put this back, and Tracy said, why are you putting that back? I said, I'm over budget. I'm over my little budget, and I can't. I'm not going to buy it. And she said, you have to buy that. It looks just like you. And I said, I know it does, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll be okay. So she was checking out before me. So she reaches over and gets the thing. She's like, I'm getting that for you. And she did. Look. Is that not sweet? I don't know if there was originally 2 of them. It looks an awful lot like a bookend. But you know, that's precious. Don't be afraid to buy just one bookend, because let me tell you some ways that you can get around that. In a cabinet or in a bookshelf, put your books against the far wall and then put your bookend. It's okay. You don't even have to use it as a bookend. It can just sit somewhere and be totally cute. And it does not have to support a book whatsoever. It can just be cute. You can just enjoy it for the cuteness that it is. But I do believe, because these are books, you know, and it's very heavy. I don't know what it's made of, but it feels heavier than resin. I don't know. It could be metal. Not sure. But you know, I love rabbits. I don't know why I love rabbits, but since I was a child, I loved rabbits. Just pictures of rabbits and stuffed animal rabbits and books with rabbits in it. So, you know, and through the years, I've had rabbit jewelry, rabbit earrings, rabbit necklaces, just rabbits. They're just cute. Okay, that's going to be all for tonight. Oh, no. One last thing, look. It's a scarf, like you would wear, but it's fall colors. So, you know what I love to do with scarves? I love to do table runners. I love to do seasonal accents. $1.99. No, I'm wrong. I thought it was going to be $1.99, but it's brand new with the tag, and they had marked this one separately at $2.99. Still a great deal. Still a great deal. Oh, and the only yellow tag thing I got were the 4 little tiny chandelier shades that I'm going to use for little candle light fixtures, and they're marked 89 cents yellow tag. So does that make them 44.5 cents? I'm almost getting good at math. I'm almost. Okay, now that I have recorded all my finds from Friday, I can move forward into Saturday without having that unfinished feeling in my head of, oh, I didn't get a picture of this before I did that with it or this with it. And even before I had a YouTube channel, I'm this way. I bring my stuff home and I do stuff with it. It's almost like, you know, it would be like, to me, like you got birthday presents, but then you hid them somewhere and you didn't use them. And that's not acceptable. When I go to the thrift store and I find great things, I feel like it's birthday presents. So this is what I've done, and now that everything has been seen, now I can go to sleep this night. And not sure when I will publish this. It might come on a Monday, because I got a real busy weekend stacked up. You never know. Or maybe I'll have insomnia tonight. Some nights I have such symptom flares and body aches and problems that I don't sleep anyway. And I'm like, well, if I'm not going to sleep, I'm going to edit some videos, or I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do something fun. So we'll see. It'll be a surprise to us all. All right. Love you guys. Hope you have great fun when you go out and find your treasures. And please put a comment on my video. I love to read comments, and I reply to everyone, because I feel like people who would enjoy watching these videos, I think we're friends. Maybe not. I've only really gotten one mean comment, and that's okay. It wasn't terribly mean. It's just a little harsh. It's okay. I can take it. I knew that would happen. And, you know, you don't raise 5 kids and you don't live through raising 5 teenagers without getting just a little bit tough at the harsh comments. I'm so glad when my children get through the harsh comments stage when they're teenagers. It's just really, it's abusive. Bad. But anyway, it's made me a better person. I'm tougher, and I can do lots of things now that I couldn't have done before if I had not raised all these children. And I'm still, one of these days, and soon, I'm going to record my story. I'm going to sit and tell you the amazing miracle that my children are. They really are. They really are. God is amazing. God is awesome. And I'm just blown away at his plan for my life that I did not see coming. I just didn't see it coming. And I'm glad, because I probably would not have given my consent. I would have thought that it would have been way too impossible, way too hard, way too everything. But God knows what's better for me than I do, and I trust him completely. It is very late, so I'm going to go and try to get some sleep, and I hope you're having a great day whenever it is that you're watching this, or a great afternoon, a great evening. Maybe we'll get some fall weather. It's supposed to be only a high of 60-something tomorrow. Yes, I'm so happy about that. Well, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.